So we are working on the coordinate plane, and this will help you with IXL activity X1. And in front of you, you see a coordinate plane. We've already worked problems on what we called a number line, which is really the same thing as the x-axis here. The x-axis goes from the left to the right. It runs horizontal like this. And we've already worked problems going left and right. Now, the y-axis also contains numbers that go from positive numbers up at the top to negative numbers once you get below 0 that go this direction. So I want to show you how we would go about plotting these points on the coordinate plane. You'll notice I have 3 different examples that are circled here, and this will help you very much to understand the pattern. Let's look at the first one. An ordered pair is just that. We have 2 numbers. The first number, in this case, which is -3, the first number tells us where on the x-axis we go. So we always start at 0. I have my marker here at 0, 0. You can see the numbers as they go this direction. We know the negative numbers are to the left of 0. And they keep getting closer and closer until we get right there. And then same thing going this direction with y. The numbers as you go higher are larger. As we go down, they get smaller and smaller until they reach 0. And then as you go below 0, then the numbers are negative. So in order to graph these or plot these, we need to start with our marker or pencil right at 0, 0. So the first number is -3. The first number tells us which way, left or right. So -3 means we go 1, 2, 3 to the left, and we look at the second number. So here's where I'm at. I'm at -3. I have not marked it yet. I just know that that's how far it is to the left if it says -3. The second number is -6. So now we know the negative numbers are down, so I go down 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I mark it right there. So as you look at the coordinate plane, you can see that this is -3. If I go in a straight line down from -3, I'll run into that point. And if I go in a straight line left of -6, I run into that point. So if I'm labeling that, I would label that as -3, -6. Let's look at another one. We have -8, +6. So our pattern is we start at 0, 0. The very first number tells us how far to the left or right. Because it's a negative number and we know the negative numbers are to the left of 0, I count 8 places to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, I could have just looked and seen that it says -8, but I just want to make that point. So now I go to -8, and the second number tells me up or down. The second number here is a +6, so a +6 tells me to go up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I mark that. So I take that ordered pair and I would label it as -8, 6, and you can see it. If I see -8, I go in a straight line, I'll hit the dot. If I see +6, I'll go in a straight line, I'll hit the dot. So that's -8, +6. I've got one more for an example. We have +6, +5. The pattern again, I start at 0, 0. The first number tells me to go left or right. Because it's a positive number, I go to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The second number tells me up or down. If it's a positive number, I go up. If it's a negative number, I go down. This one is a +5, so I go up 5 places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I will put a nice big mark there, and then I will label it. So I would label that as 6, 5. So very quick review. The x-axis runs left to right. The y-axis runs up and down. When you're looking at a pair of numbers or an ordered pair, the very first number tells us, do I go left or right. So our first option on the first number tells us we go left or right. The second number tells us up or down. That will help you with IXL exercise X1.